Well, we are now joined by gate technician Walter, aka Gary Jones. Gary, thank you so much and welcome to Australia.
Yeah, no problem. It's awesome to be here. I love Australia.
How many chevrons were locked to get here?
There were six encoded, one locked.
Oh, fantastic!
See,
fantastic.
You obviously could never operate the Stargate.
No, well, there were just too many blinky light units.
There were way too many blinky light units. Yeah.
Now, what was it like to work on a show such as Stargate? Obviously, in the beginning, it wasn't anything major, but it turned into this massive cult show. What was it like?
Well, for me, I was a character that I didn't really get, until I got there and was really involved in the show, I didn't really sort of see where I fit in. But the more they kept bringing me back and say, my agent would call me and say, they've written you into this other episode, are you available? Yes, I am available. And so I'd show up, and then I was like counting all the chevrons, and that got to be funny after a while, because it was like, trying to make that really serious. Chevron 1 encoded, Chevron 2 encoded, Chevron 3 encoded, doing my little typey thing. And then after a while, I noticed in some of the scripts, they would just cut it down from, I go Chevron 1 encoded, and then they just cut away. Like, yeah, we know what you're doing. Yeah, we get it, Gare. You don't need to say 7 of them.
So do you reckon Walter ever got promoted out of that position because he was so good?
I got promoted. Every season I came back, I was promoted, and they'd give me like a new set of ribbons and like things, and I go, what the hell are these? They go, oh yeah, you got promoted. And I go, what for? Like typing under duress or something? Like what? And I go, what did I get promoted for? They go, you just got promoted. You just got, don't worry about it. So I went from like a sergeant to a staff sergeant to a chief master sergeant to, like, I just kept going up and up and up. And then finally I had fans coming up to me who were actually in the military going to me, well, you can't go any higher. And I'm like, really? Yeah, you can't go any higher than what you've got. You've hit the ceiling. And I'm like, oh, so I can't get any more medals? No, you're done. I go, so what kind of dental plan have I got? And like I'd ask fans what my dental plan was and how many holidays I could take. And they'd tell me. Like the production never told me, but the fans would tell me. It was pretty funny. Yeah.
And you'd probably work less hours as a gate technician than you would as an actor, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Now,
although it looked like when the show was on, like I was there all the time, like I never went home.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
No.
You were just part of the set and they just wheeled you out from props.
Exactly, and I never got out of that chair. They just wheeled me in that chair and put me at the desk.
And then what was it like working with the 3 greatest names in television? Do you know the names that I'm talking about?
Richard, Dean, and Anderson.
Yeah, that's them.
That was actually the law firm that represented me. Whenever I had contractual problems, call Richard, Dean, and Anderson. We'll solve all. Have you been hit by a Stargate? Call us.
But yeah, seriously, Richard Dean Anderson, greatest actor. The only thing that was wrong with him in SG-1 was that he lost his mullet from MacGyver. Was it a big moment?
Because the show was originally called Star Mullet.
Star Mullet?
Yeah.
Or Starguyver?
Yeah, Starguyver. I was, we all just kind of like did what we did, and Richard was, fine to work with, and, I can't really say, like, we didn't hang out, you know what I mean? And
he was too good? He was in his own trailer?
I'd be like, oh, yes, yeah. I didn't share a trailer with Richard Dean Anderson. It's like, dude, I'm changing. Can you turn around? Can you, look away? I'm putting my flight suit on. No, there was none of that. He had his own trailer. Yeah.
I think to tie it back to Star Trek.
I had a room with a toilet.
Well, that's really all you need, isn't it?
And a place I could just hang my coat. That's all I need.
That's all you need.
It really is all you need.
See,
so what was he doing?
Well, had the mullets. Had to have three mullets.
A collection of mullets just hanging up on the wall.
Yeah. But tying it back to Star Trek, I think that Richard and Bill Shatner would be the 2 ultimate guests for this website to get. We'll never get them because they're so high, but we can always dream.
Yeah. I was at a convention up in Canada a couple of months ago, and I was in a bar having a drink with another guy who's like he's another sort of science fiction guy, and so this young girl was coming around with selling 50-50 tickets in the bar, and he says to her, he goes, hey, we got a famous guy here. And she's like, what do you mean? He goes, this guy was on Stargate, and she flips out. She's like, you were on Stargate? Oh my God! She goes mental, and I'm like, yeah, I was on Stargate. She goes, oh my God, I I can't believe there's a guy from Stargate right here. Oh, can I have my photo taken with you? And I was like, yeah, sure, okay, no problem. Put my arm around her, she's shaking, and she's like, oh, my friend takes the photo, and then and she goes, oh my God, it's so cool to be having a photo with a Stargate guy. You're in my phone, and she goes, I just do have one question for you. What does this mean? and I just go, that's live long and prosper from Star Trek. And she goes, Star Trek? I go, yeah, I was on Stargate. And she goes, what the hell is Stargate? and I go, oh man, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just a, I can't go into it now because you have no idea what it is. And she goes, oh, you weren't even on Star Wars? I go, no, I wasn't on Star Trek. I wasn't on Star Wars. I was on Stargate. And she's like, okay, well, but I'm going to keep you in my phone. So I'm like, oh, so just a strange guy from a show you've never watched. You don't even know what it is. And I'm in your phone. I think that's the kind of level of fame that I was looking forward to, actually.
Right, yeah, well, congratulations on that. Other fans, are there other fans that really love seeing you? What's it like coming to conventions?
It was very strange at first because, you just walk into a hotel and everybody who's here is for this, for the convention, and they see you and they go, oh my God, it's you! It's like the gate guy, and so it took me a little bit to get used to it, but now I'm completely used to it, and I just have people coming up, oh, you're my favorite, and I have a lot of military people coming up to me and saying, you totally represented us, and I'm like, dude, okay, I did my best. That flight suit.
Well, Gary, thank you so much for your time, and good luck in the future.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot.